Hello, welcome back to What the Tesla. It's been a couple of weeks since I did my last update and I just wanted to bring you up to speed with what's happening with the Tesla Model 3 order and also the sad news that I finally sold my BMW 435D, my pride and joy. Alright, let's get into it. First of all, as this is a Tesla channel, I will talk about the communications that I've had from Tesla since putting in my order for the Model 3 Performance. Most of the communications seem to come via text message and then they do get eventually followed up by an email. So 2 weeks ago I received a text message saying, "Tesla update. Great news! A car has been allocated to your order. Your vehicle arrival date has been calculated. We will be in contact soon to make delivery arrangements. Not ready for your Tesla Model 3 or need help? Call us on 01628450660 option 4. Your order reference is to unsubscribe from SMS, reply stop." I have no idea why anybody would want to unsubscribe from those Tesla updates. That's part of the excitement. It must be something boring like GDPR. In the last video there was a comment from somebody called Govar who said that they had contacted Tesla and asked if it was possible to have a car allocated sooner. So I thought, let's give that a go. Anyway, I called them and unfortunately the car had already been allocated to my order and they weren't able to change it. I even explained that I have this YouTube channel and I want to be one of the first in the UK to have the brand new 2021 Model 3 Performance so that I can review it and do some great videos. But that card didn't work either. 2 weeks after I had that text message, I called up because I hadn't heard anything and I was starting to wonder whether my car actually was on its way or not. And again, they told me that I would receive it in December, but they couldn't put an exact date on it just yet. But just as soon as I put the phone down, I then got another text message from them. This message said, "Your Model 3 is now scheduled for delivery. Please select your preferred time within 1 day of receiving this message. To ensure we observe necessary safety measures, we kindly ask you to come unaccompanied for collection. Handovers will be conducted in a low-touch manner, so please familiarise yourself with the features of your new Model 3 in advance by watching our introduction videos online." The text message asked me to schedule within 1 day. I think I scheduled it within 1 second. The process for scheduling the pickup was really easy. You just click on the link in the text message and then it takes you to a log-on screen where you can log into your Tesla account. It then shows you the delivery location where your Tesla is ready to be picked up from. In my case it was Birmingham, and then you simply choose a time and a date that suits you from the calendar. Of course, I chose the first available appointment on the first available pickup date. While I was in my Tesla account, something really nerdy happened.
Nerd alert!
In the order section of the Tesla website there's a little picture, an icon of the car that I've ordered, and I decided to right click on that and see if I could get a bigger image so maybe I could print it off and have it in the office somewhere. Anyway, when I loaded that image up, I noticed in the URL there was a load of code, and I work in digital marketing so I know a little bit about code and decided to just tweak around a little bit and see what would happen. I didn't spend a whole lot of time on it, but I did notice that if you delete the DRRH in the URL, that actually it flips the image from a right-hand car drive to a left-hand drive car. I am wondering if potentially in the future, if you go into there and mess around with the code a little bit, whether they'll have some potentially undisclosed updates for the Tesla Model 3 which, by tweaking the URL, we might be able to find first before they're announced. Just a thought, so maybe next time there's some rumours flying around about changes to the Model 3 I might give it a little try and see what it comes up with. Right, so in other news, I decided to sell my pride and joy, my BMW 435D, which I've shown you in the previous video. I advertised the car on AutoTrader and on Facebook, and I've got to say my experience with the Facebook listing was not good. And let me explain why. First of all, I've got to say the Facebook listing is free, so I can't complain too much. However, there's a lot to be improved, especially when you compare it to AutoTrader. So let's start with the name. Being really pedantic, the only option was to have BMW Series 4. Now there's no model marking within the Series 4, and it's not even called the Series 4, it's called a BMW 4 Series in the UK. So I have no idea why they don't let you change that and have it something that's a little bit more descriptive, like a BMW 435D. But it is what it is. My second and biggest gripe with the Facebook listing was that when you set the mileage to 79,000, or however many miles your car has done, it says miles where you type it in, but then on the actual listing it says 79,000 kilometers. 79,000 miles is actually 127,138 kilometers, not 79,000 kilometers. Duh! It's wrong. Anyway, despite those two niggles on Facebook, I've got to say the rest of the experience was really easy. You simply put in the details of your car, you get it advertised for free, and hopefully people start inquiring. So my day job is in digital marketing, and I decided that I wanted to boost my listing. A little bit like you can on AutoTrader, pay for the premium package. On Facebook you can boost the listing so that more people will see it. Now that process was pretty simple. I've got to say I only spent a whopping £3 on the listing for the entire time that it was up there. But the analytics were really detailed. You could see the number of impressions on each day. You could see the type of audience that it was pitching the advert to, whether it was male, female, their age range. You could also see the times of day when people were most likely to click on the advert. And it was only costing me 1 pence per click, which is an absolute bargain. Now on to my AutoTrader experience. So this was a lot more expensive at £84.95 for the premium listing. And when you compare that to the £3 I spent on the Facebook boost, it's a lot more. However, AutoTrader is a site specifically for selling cars, so it's understandable, and I've got to say my experience there was much better. Yes, the analytics weren't quite as detailed, you couldn't see the types of people that were clicking on the advert, but what you could see is the number of people that clicked on the advert to have a look, the number of people that saved the advert, and then the number of phone calls and emails that I received from that as well. Setting up the advert on AutoTrader was really simple. You just type in your registration plate details and it auto-populates most of the things for you. The only thing that you had to then add in was the photos and any additional extras like the Harman Kardon sound system and the professional navigation system which my car had. I had 2 people who asked to come and look at the car, but then they just didn't show up. And then I had 1 phone call from somebody who offered me like an insulting amount of money for the car, so I quickly said no way to him and hung up. And then I had an email from somebody called Chris, and he seemed a lot more interested, wanted to know a little bit more about the service history of the car and some of the details, and then he followed that up with a phone call and arranged to come and see my pride and joy. Chris came to look at the BMW with his friend Fizan and took it for a test drive, decided that he liked the car and put in an offer, and we agreed on a price that we were both happy with. Despite waiting for an hour outside in the cold while the bank transfer happened, it all just seemed to happen so quickly. 1 minute my car was there, the next it was driving away from me down the street. And that moment finally happened where I was saying bye to the love of my life, my second home and my second wife, my BMW 435D. Chris, take good care of her, buddy. She's been good to me. So while my drive sits empty while I wait for my Tesla Model 3, I decided to go ahead and buy a replacement. A Hot Wheels version of the Tesla Model 3 Performance. And that is going to sit on my drive until December the 21st. If you've enjoyed the bad acting and have an interest in Tesla, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and turn on your notifications. Look, I've even made this little animation for you. I'm well on the way to 100 subscribers at the moment, which is unbelievable considering I've only done 3 videos so far. This is my 4th video. I still need another, 900 subscribers before I can monetize the channel and therefore start paying for the car, so please do support me. My next video will be all about EV chargers, which one I've chosen, the installation process, and why I have chosen that particular one. Now I'm having that installed on the 16th of December. So just in time for the Model 3 to arrive. So please join me then. Thanks for watching What the Tesla. See you next time.